David Axelrod, who ran Obama's campaign, he brought it up. This sound came out on Friday. I mean, I was just stunned. Because to boil this down, the aid to victims of Hurricane Helene, the victims that are coming from Milton, to boil this down to politics is pretty damn disgusting. And yet this is exactly where he went. And he talked about, I think, what all of us fear. This idea that somehow the government is only there to help those that are in their corner. I've seen it before. I've seen it in Venezuela. I couldn't believe this. You know, people were describing to me how, for example, you'd get a box of food and staples, et cetera, every week delivered to you by the Maduro administration, but only provided that you were part of the club, right? You know, you sign a paper, you support Maduro. You could get free housing, can get free housing in Venezuela, provided no one in your building votes for anyone other than Maduro. So if you get the sense and anybody in your building might be voting for the opposition, you need to hurry them out and expose them quickly because you might lose your housing. I mean, this is kind of scary stuff, right? This is a slippery slope. Anyway, before we totally go there, let's listen to David Axelrod, who just lays it right out. Okay, well, you know, North Carolina may not be as close as we thought because the Kamala Harris people are going to vote. And the Trump people have been flooded out of their homes and can't get back.
State in the country. Here's my question about North Carolina. You had these killer storms, which, by the way, was a third big story this week.
Yes,
these
another
storms. And there's a lot of displacement in western North Carolina. Now, Asheville is a blue dot in that area.
I was going to say, Asheville's
voters there.
Yeah,
but those voters in Asheville are they're you know, the kind of voters who will figure out a way to vote. You know, they're upscale, kind of liberal voters, and they're probably going to figure out a way to vote. I'm not sure a bunch of these folks who've had their homes and lives destroyed elsewhere in western North Carolina in the mountains there are going to be as easy to wrangle for the Trump campaign. So that's I don't know how that's all going to play out, but it's an unpredictable element in North Carolina that has made it maybe a little more interesting. But just in this
interesting, it's made it more interesting. It makes it more likely that Kamala Harris might actually win in North Carolina because the Trump voters have been flooded out of their homes and she's not there to help them. FEMA's not there to help them. FEMA spent all the money. It's out of money. It can't help them. This is what is truly feared, right? This is the worst case scenario. This is why Elon Musk keeps saying this could be the last election. Because of what they're doing. Listen, guys, this is truly messed up.